So, in our last section, we have seen how the Navy Bayes algorithm works. Now, we will see the pros and cons of Navy Bayes. So, it is very easy and fast. Now, what is meaning by it is very easy and fast? So, it is very easy for understanding and implementation, and it is easy and fast to predict the class of test data set. As we know that the main things that we are doing is training and testing. So by using Navy Bayes, the prediction of the classes of the test data set are very easy, and it gives us a good prediction at a very highest speed, and that's why it is very easy and fast. It also perform well in the multi-class prediction. Means though we are having various types of classes, its performance is as good in a single type of class prediction. So it's very better to use. The next is the better performance. So when assumption of independence holds, a Navy Bayes classifier performs better compared to other models. So which are the other models? That are nothing but the logistic regression. And it is very useful because we have to train the data at a very less level or low level. That's why it gives us a very better performance. Why? Because it works on the independent variables. So when assumption of independence hold, it performs very good comparative to others because we have to less the training the data. Then it performs well in case of categorical input variables compared to numerical variables. Why? Because for numerical variable, normal distribution is assumed, and that's why the Navy Bayes performs very well when you are talking about the categorical input variables in spite of the numerical variables. So these are the pros of Navy Bayes, and the cons are unable to predict in certain cases. Means if categorical variable has a category which was not observed in training data set, then the model will assign zero probability and will be unable to make the prediction. So generally this particular thing is known as the zero frequency. What is happening that we are having the category and that is not observed in the training data set, and at that time we have to assign it zero, and that's why it is called as zero frequency. So to solve this, we have to use the smoothing technique. The next one, the disadvantage or con, is the bad estimator. So it is the bad estimator because the probability outputs from the prediction are not taken too much seriously many times. That's why it is also called as the bad estimator. Another limitation of Navy Bayes is the assumption of independent predictors. So in real life, it is almost impossible that we get a set of predictors which are completely independent. We are not able to have the real-time set where all the predictions are independent of each other. So these are the pros and cons of Navy Bayes. So the next is application of Navy Bayes. So the first application is frequentist and Bayesian models. So there are at least two different ways of considering uncertainty, resulting into two different classes of methods for inference, decision, and another type of statistical questions. So these are called as frequentist and Bayesian methods because they are having the various different classes of methods for inference, decision, and the statistical. So some people prefer frequentist methods while others prefer the Bayesian methods. So according to their need, they are doing that. So frequentists interpret the probability as a statistical across the independent realization, and Bayesian interpret the degree of belief. So the Bayesian interpretation is very useful if the single trial is considered. Both the frequentist and Bayesian methods have their own advantages and disadvantages. The second application is real-time prediction. So Navy Bayes is a eager learning algorithm, and as I said, it is very fast. So they are doing what? That they are used for making the real-time predictions, means multi-class prediction we can say. So this algorithm is also known as multi-class prediction feature because we are trying to predict the various probability according to the variable. Then also comes the text classification, spam filtering, sentiment analysis, because that also plays very important role in our real life. And the third one is recommendation system. Recommendation system is very widely used because that is giving us the collaborative filtering, which are giving us the predictions that are very useful for the resources. So these are the basic things that are used in real time predictions. So these are the applications of Naive Bayes algorithm. So in this section we have seen the pros and cons of Naive Bayes and applications of Naive Bayes. In our next section we will continue with our next topic, that is regression. Thank you.